Welcome to Meaningful Mornings. Yesterday was Valentine's Day. Do you remember that? To celebrate a day a year creates no lasting impact. You don't eat a day a year, you don't exercise a day a year. Whenever we do whatever for a day a year, its contribution is little. And that's why in our community, we're trying to proliferate the idea of Bhakti Anudina. Dina means day, Anudina means daily or every day. And Bhakti in English means devotion. That's not a word we use a lot. There's a movie out right now called Devotion, but it's rare. More practically, devotion is dedication. Now we have to think about this even more. If there's dedication, then there's also sacrifice. One mustn't think they're dedicating if they're not sacrificing. In our community, we are trying to nourish the culture of dedication and sacrifice. This is the whole vision of our challenge on dedicating to Devi. It means you have to save $1, a minute, an action every day. We're doing this for 250 days. This should become natural. And the same with meaningful mornings. To be dedicated to the morning, to be dedicated to that which is meaningful, means we have to sacrifice staying up late, living for success. And we're about to complete nourishing this for 900 mornings. Doership is a very technical term associated with Vedanta, self-development. What it feels like is that you can create joy. How do you know you have a sense of doership? You feel that you can create joy. And what is this expressed as then? Deservership. I think I can create joy, but I don't feel joy. There's only fatigue and frustration and so on. Prince Arjuna has all. He has the most pleasure, possession, position, but he doesn't feel all. He doesn't feel full. And zooming into the portion of the Mahabharata, the Bhagavad Gita that we're on, Prince Arjuna has seen Acharya Bhishma, Acharya Drona, and others before. He's fought against them before also. But what's different right now, he's not reflected on his life like he is right now. This war and the warriors are incidental to him reflecting on his own life, that he has all, but he doesn't feel full. He's struggling with doership. He thinks he could have created joy, but it's not worked. And that's why he shares, Shishyaha te aham. I've tried to be joyous independently, but it's not working. I need guidance, and I will follow you, Shri Krishna. Shri Krishna begins guiding Prince Arjuna not to create joy, but to be joy in verse 11. And we're encapsulating this as know vastness. If you know vastness, you're included. And then the last verse we studied in verse 18, Shri Krishna shares that Deha is Anta. This body, if we depend on this body for joy, Anta, it will come to an end. The body will come to an end, so joy will come to an end. I've shared with all of you many times, living is a terminal condition. This body was born to die, and that cannot be stopped. And in the same verse, he shares, Atma Nitya, the spirit that empowers the body, that has no end, no beginning. It is. If you can try to associate Atma with awareness, what could have created awareness? What can destroy awareness? It's not possible. That means awareness is. No vastness, no awareness. No, you are vast. You are aware. We continue with verse 19. Ya enam veti hantaram yaschainam manyate hatam ubhau tau na vijanitaha nayam hanti na hanyate. The first line, Yaha, the one, manyate, who thinks, hantaram, and hatam, the one who thinks that they are the slayer and they're the ones who are causing others to be slain. That's the translation of this verse. Now, I've already briefed you on this. Doership is feeling that you can create joy. This is implying an action. I am acting to create joy. So here, Shri Krishna is identifying those who are doers. Doers feel that the action they're engaged in is to slay, is to cause others to be slain. This is specific to this war and to Prince Arjuna. But for us, the notion of doership and deservership, that is an ordinary way to think. And he emphasizes this in the next line. Ubhau tau na vijanitaha. The one who thinks like this, they don't know. This is ordinary thinking. And so naturally there's stress, anxiety, dejection. They don't know. What don't they know? Nayam hanti na hanyate. The spirit does not slay, nor can it cause to be slain. Which means the spirit is not the doer, the spirit is not the deserver, which means the spirit, since it's not trying to create joy, is joy. Let me offer some more reflections. Does not slay, cannot be slain. Does not kill, cannot be killed. This really means the spirit is not engaged in any verbs, which means the spirit is being. Now reflect on what in your life is not engaged in a verb, but is only engaged in being. It is existence. It is awareness. That's what the spirit is. That's what you are. Looking at this differently, a synonym to being is nature. A synonym to being is nature. I like spicy food, and so a lot of the hot sauces I use, they have cayenne pepper in it. Now, do you think cayenne pepper is trying to make my food spicy? Yes or no? Cayenne pepper is spicy because that's its nature. It's not trying to be spicy. Think of it along the lines of the sun. Do you think the sun is shining on you? It's coming into Springfield, Illinois, onto your backyard. It's shining. It doesn't know what Springfield or Illinois or who you are. That's the nature of cayenne pepper, of the sun, just like the body. The body's nature is to die. And the nature of being is awareness, is existence. the spirit, it is being. And that's what Sri Krishna's challenging all of these verbs with. How many of you can relate to what I'm sharing right now? This makes sense. You're moved by this. How many of you cannot relate to this? It's not moving you. Okay. For those who are pretending that you can actually relate to this and you're moved by this, to really relate to this and to be moved by these teachings, one has to be deeper. One has to be humbler. We don't even know what it means to not feel deservership and doership. And the most potent way to be deeper and humbler is be with those who are greater than you are. When we're around those who are great, and naturally I mean in a spiritual evolutionary way, we start to think like they do. That is deeper. We stop feeling like we are the doer, rather they are. From inspiration to application, Meaningful Mornings is an experiment. It was an experiment. It continues to be an experiment. And so we tried to record these and we didn't know what to do with them. And now we're trying to release them. And so just while I've been on this yatra, I've recorded verse 31, then verse 16, then verse 42, and now verse 19, all in chapter 2. What a lovely experiment that we get to reflect on this again. Your application for right now is to register for dedicating to Devi. The culture of dedication involves sacrifice. I feel like we've stopped being used to sacrificing. So register for dedicating to Devi and spread the word. Shanti, Shanti, Shantihi. Be safe, be sound, be serene, be joy.